Cory, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Well, it's really great to have you with us today. So what I'm excited about is that we're going to spend time one-on-one delivering this training around computer fundamentals. So I know that you've had some experience around studying in the past and looking for a fresh start in life. So this is perfect, eh?
No, perfect for me. That's what I need.
Great. So what we're going to do is I'll go through some slides with you, and then we'll actually do some tasks on your computer. Now we've got 3 30-minute sessions that we'll be doing, so we'll do the first one. We may finish a little bit earlier because one-on-one we might be a little bit quicker, but at any point in time, if you're not sure of anything, just feel free to stop me, okay? So firstly, just to make sure that you're aware of a few things, I'll go through these slides here and let's see if I can move them on. So, welcome. Obviously, I'm Ruth and I'm the trainer for today, and I work for X Factor RTO. And we just need to make sure firstly that you're very conscious of the safety in the online environment. I see you're sitting lovely in that chair. It's ergonomically designed. Your monitor, do you feel that that's at the right height for you currently? Yeah, perfect. Because obviously we make sure that we take opportunities to stretch while we're in there and take short breaks away from the screen so that our eyes don't get any strain. And at any point in time when you're working, you feel free to adjust your seat as well. What's really great is our office equipment is fabulous for these type of seats, and working at the right height with your monitor as well. Okay? So let's go to the first slide. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been working in this company? Is it just a short time?
Just a short amount of time.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, and you're from, I can't remember where you said you were from. Oh yes, you've come from over east, haven't you? Interstate.
From Queensland.
Excellent, excellent. From Queensland, where it's WA is a fabulous state to be in. So myself, my name's Ruth, and I'm originally from Wales, born in Wales, then South Africa, and now Australia. And yes, I've been involved in training for quite a few years now, and certainly in the mining industry for a very long time. So really great to get to know you a little bit. So the learning outcomes for this course is to get familiar with your computer. This is the opportunity that we have now to understand the creating and naming of the folders and using naming conventions, because it makes life a lot easier when we do that. Also about renaming and moving folders and subfolders, locating and opening documents and applications, and the functions of the different computer keys and what they do for us. So, sounds good to you?
It sounds good.
Excellent. So the session structure is set into different areas. We're going to discuss the importance and benefit of having basic computer skills. We're going to identify different parts of the computer, different components and what they do. And then we're going to demonstrate on some basic computer tasks. Also, you're going to get an opportunity to practice some tasks, and we'll do a knowledge quiz at the end of the session. Okay? You fine with all of that?
Yeah.
Excellent. If at any time I'm going too fast, just let me know. Okay. Excellent. So what are the benefits of having basic computer skills? In your new role, there's some computer work that you'll be doing, so this is an opportunity. So one of the benefits is to keep up with changing technology. It changes so fast. Another one, increase productivity. We all like that.
Okay.
Absolutely. Definitely agreeing and keeping things simple, and also minimise the use of paper products. Wouldn't that be nice to have a paperless free environment? Yeah.
Be a dream.
It would be a dream for sure. And then reduce the need for physical storage space. So that's some of the great benefits so far. You can also store personal info like photographs and files as well, and that's what's so good. As you can see from the image here, we've got a phone attached to the computer, so all those wonderful photographs we take, we can actually upload them to the computer as well. And then online banking and shopping, have you used it much for any of that yet?
No, not really.
No? Okay, so I do a lot of online shopping and it's so much fun. You don't need to leave your own home and you can order things online and then it gets delivered. We'll be able to have a look at that shortly. Also keeping receipts electronically for tax time. How do you go with that? Have you got boxes of receipts or?
I've got boxes of receipts, so it'd probably be good to edit all on the computer and have one central location.
That would be a perfect idea. And so most important as well is being able to find your files again. So in the past I've saved files inside computers and then I've not remembered the name, and then once I learned how to go find them, it made life a lot easier. So that's some of the skills. So where can your basic computer skills be used? Obviously, they're required almost every day in every workplace, and having these skills will allow you so much more flexibility within the workplace. In your new role, obviously there is a lot of computer work as well. And with constantly changing technology, this is where you just having the basic computer skills will help you in everything in everyday life. I see you've already got an iPhone, so you're used to working around with that.
Yes.
So that would be awesome. So it's a win-win situation for us all. Love having those skills. So let's have a look at some of the components. Some of this language you might not have heard before. We talk about the central processing unit and we use the acronym CPU. And we'll go into each of these in more detail. The keyboard, which you can see I've got a keyboard in front of me here. The mouse. Now I have a beautiful mouse here which is great for ergonomic design, but some of them are just really tiny little ones. It depends on what you need. And then the monitor. So here's our monitor here. So the CPU, the central processing unit, fantastic image of the brain, and this is like the brain of the computer. And it's responsible for processing all the data, does all the work and calculations in the device based on user commands. So you will be able to give commands to the central processing unit just by using your keyboard.
What's an example of a command?
A command is that I would press an enter button and then it would move something down a line.
Okay.
Or I would click on an image and I would be able to open up a folder. I'll show you that shortly. Great question. So the keyboard obviously allows for us to put data into the computer, and it's just like the old-fashioned typewriters. I would assume you've not had much typewriters. Had to use typewriters
No,
in the
I never
past?
used one.
No? I used to love them, they make clickety-clack noise. But now with the computer, the keyboard allows us to put in any letters, and then on the side we've got the numbers, or along the top of ours. Now on your computer, on your laptop, you've just got your numbers on the top. So that's very simple. And the mouse, this helps us navigate and move around the screen. It allows us to open and locate files and applications, and also to select and change different computer settings. In the next course, we'll look at those different computer settings. And then the monitor. As you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3 monitors, which is fantastic because I'm working on each screen at the moment. But in your computer at the moment with your laptop, you've got the one monitor, which will give you enough space to be able to see things. So the monitor allows us to see the data and any files that are stored in the computer, see the image and text, and visually interact with the computer data. Because if we put something in, we need to be able to see what we've put in. So creating folders and subfolders. File management is so important because it helps us keep our computer tidy. If you have a look at my computer, you'll notice that I will have some folders, and some of them are easy to find and other ones are more challenging. So it's really important to make it easy to find the files by making sure I have the right naming conventions, etc. And as you can see here, it allows you to keep your files in different folders. We've got holiday photos from the Gold Coast and Taiwan. So lovely that you can look at the top level holiday pics, and then underneath that you will have your subfolders. And creating folders is easy to do. So let's have a look. What happens is that on your mouse, well, you actually haven't got a mouse with you, but on your keypad there, you'll be able to click with your mouse to find a location where you want to make a folder. So let's see if we can get you to log in there. Great. So what we need to do is that down the bottom there is if you go to the very bottom, and that's it, you right click, and then from that menu you have the opportunity to select new. Got new there?
Yeah.
Perfect. So then the next step is that we go from that menu and we're going to say new folder. Perfect. Now the folder will appear with the name new folder, which I can see there. So while still highlighted, type the name you want for that folder. You might want to make it nice and simple, like a test or something. There you go, and then click anywhere with your mouse to lock it in, and then you have your name. Great job. So it's that simple to actually create a folder. Now you see how it's sitting on the top of your desktop? That looks perfect. Very visible at the moment. So let's do a subfolder. So subfolders are actually folders that are inside other folders, just like drawers, pulling them out in a filing cabinet. So how we're going to do that is you open that folder and you double click on that to open it, and then right click on a blank area inside that folder. That's it, and follow the same steps as creating the first folder. So you put new folder, and then you can give that a name as well. Perfect, good job. So it's a nice simple 3-click process, and obviously once you click out of there with your mouse you can select the folder to rename it. So you've renamed it to perfect. So you can see how easy it is to do that. So you can change that name at any time you want. So if you actually click on the name and you right click, and then you've got the opportunity to rename it. Perfect. And then once again, click left mouse button to lock in a new folder name. Great job, Cory. Okay, so we're going to move on to launching an application. So launching is really just a fancy word for opening a file, or a program, sorry, on your computer. So let's have a look at your Microsoft Word application. That's what it looks like, and you'll see it down at the bottom of your screen on the bar down the bottom there. So let's click on that. You've got the same version as me. Scroll through the list of apps there until you find the Word icon. Have you got it?
Do I click on it?
Let's have a look. So you'll notice that the icons are actually listed alphabetically. So now click on the Word one and let's open it. That's opened up. Great. So you can follow the same process to launch any application on your computer. So as you can see here on this, we've got a couple of examples, like there's Word there, there's weather reports, you may have an Excel file, etc. So now how to open up a document in Word. So there's many different ways. So let's have a look at this screen here first. Today we're going to learn how to open a document from within the Word application. So what you do is that you go to the home button there and click on that. Okay, well let's go to that one there and we'll click on open. So we're going into, oh no, let's go back one and we'll open up a browse new one. Blank document, perfect. Then you'll see at the top there where it says file. And then you can open by selecting the options and navigate to the folder where your document is saved. So let's go find one that you've saved somewhere. That's it, perfect. Okay, good job. Then from there, what we do is we click on it to open up that document in Word, which you've already got. Fabulous job, fabulous job. So what we're going to do now is that we're actually going to do a short quiz, just you and me here. We don't need to worry about anything, and it will just form part of our assessment, because obviously at the end of these 3 units I will assess you to make sure that you are competent And remember, there is no failing. It's only either satisfactory or not yet satisfactory, and then I would just ask for more information if needed, okay?
Okay.
So nice and simple around the assessment process. So I will give you the questionnaire and then we can go through that shortly, okay? But let's just conclude this first of all. So review is the importance of basic computer skills. Where you can use them, remember where we discussed about that. And then key components of the computer. Remember the CPU,
The keyboard,
that's it,
the
the mouse and the monitor. Great job, yeah. And we've just done creating folders and subfolders, which is nice and simple. And then you've also learned how to rename folders, which is very good for when you need to find things going forward. And then also you've learned how to launch the application on a computer, which would be that Word application that we've just launched today. And then you've also opened a Word document from within that application. So very good job there. So that is the end of our first session, which obviously is a little bit quick, but then I'm just going to go through it, the knowledge questions with you separately, okay?
Yeah.
So fantastic job. Let me just pause the video and then we'll be right back for the next section.